Today we are going to do question number 1, exercise 2.2. The question is, find the value of the polynomial. Okay, this is the polynomial. We have to find the value of this polynomial at x is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 2. So suppose the polynomial, any polynomial is represented by p of x. P means polynomial in terms of x, because here each variable is given in terms of x. So 5x minus 4x square plus 3. So first one, when x is 0, so wherever x is there, put 0. So what you'll get? 0 minus 0 plus 3. Therefore p of 0 is equal to 3. Now second is p of minus 1. So wherever x is there, put minus 1. So what you'll get? Minus 5 minus 4 into minus 1 square is plus 1 plus 3. So minus 4 minus 5 plus 3. Now minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9 plus 3, which is equal to minus 6. Now third is p of 2. Now the given polynomial, the polynomial will be same. Okay, this is a common polynomial given in the question, and we have to find the different values. When x is 1, what will be the answer? When x is equal to minus 1, then what will be the answer? And when x is equal to 2 you are putting, then what will be the answer? So x is equal to 2, wherever x, put in place of x you have to put the value equal to 2. So 10 minus 2 2s are 4 into 4, 16 plus 3. So 10 minus 16 minus 6 plus 3. So that is equal to minus 3. So this question number 1 is done. This is question number 2, exercise 2.2. Find P0, P1 and P2 for each of the following. So same as question number 1. Here first we have to put P0 means this polynomial is given in terms of y. That's why it is written as P of y. So P of, first we will put 0. So wherever y is there you will put 0 and then find the value. What will be the answer? So 0 square means 0 minus 0 plus 1. So P0 is 1. Now we'll put P1, means wherever y is there, put y is equal to 1. So 1 square minus 1 plus 1. 1 minus 1 plus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, so you are left with 1. Therefore P of 1 is equal to 1 is the answer. Now third, what you have to calculate? P2. So what is a polynomial? Y square minus y plus 1. So wherever y is there you will put 2. So 2 square minus 2 plus 1. So it is 4 minus 2 plus 1. So 4 minus 2, 2 plus 1. So 3 is the answer. Question number 2, second part. So again we have to find P0, P1 and P2 for this polynomial. This polynomial is given in terms of t. So first you will calculate P0. So wherever t is there, in place of t you will put 0. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 into 0 square minus 0 cube. So 2 plus 2 into 0 is 0 minus 0. So the answer is 2. Now second, what you will do? P of 1 means wherever t is there you will put 1. So 2 plus 1 plus 2 into 1 square minus 1 cube. So 3 plus 2 into 1 square, 2 minus 1. So 5 minus 1, 4. And third is P of 2 means what is a polynomial? 2 plus t plus 2t square minus t cube. So wherever t is there, what you will put in place of t? 2. So plus 2 into 2 square minus 2 cube. So 2 plus 2 plus, what is 2 square is 4, 4 into 2, 8 minus 8. So this cancels, plus 8 minus 8 and 2 plus 2 is 4. So this is the answer of second part. Similarly, third part is P of x is equal to x cube. So very simple. So in place of x, first we'll put P0, that means 0 cube, which is equal to 0. Then P1 means in place of x put 1. So 1 cube is 1. Then 2 means in place of x put 2. So 2 cube is 8. So this question number 3, question number 2 second part is done. Question number 2 fourth part. The polynomial is P of x is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 1. So same thing we'll do. First we'll put 0, means wherever x is there put 0 in place of x. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1 and 0 plus 1 is plus 1. Now minus 1 into plus 1 will be equal to minus plus, minus into plus minus, and 1 into 1, 1. Now put P of 1, means wherever x is there in place of x what will put 1. So 1 minus 1 and 1 plus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0 into 2 is 0. Now P of 2. So again, what is the given polynomial? X minus 1 into x plus 1. So in place of x put 2. 2 minus 1 into 2 plus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1 and 2 plus 1 is 3. So 1 into 3, that is equal to 3. So very simple. We just have to put the, in place of x we'll put first 0, we'll get one answer. Then in place of x we will put 1, we will get one answer. And then we will put a P of 2, means wherever x is there you will put 2 and then solve. So 3 answers we will get. So question number 2 is done. Question number 3. Verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial. Here we have to find whether this x is equal to minus 1 by 3 is the zero of this polynomial. So what do you mean by this statement? This means that by putting the value of x in the given polynomial, if the answer is 0, okay, then you can say that the particular value of x is the zero of the given polynomial. So we'll just check that after substituting the value, are we getting 0? So P of minus 1 by 3. So in place of x you'll put minus 1 by 3 and check your answer. So 3 into minus 1 by 3 will be this 3 can get cancelled. So minus 1 plus 1, it is equal to 0. So we got 0 by putting x is equal to minus 1 by 3 in Px equal to 0 we are getting. Therefore x is equal to minus 1 by 3 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Okay, so for every question we have to do that. We have to, whatever the value is given, suppose question number 2 is Px is equal to 5x minus pi, okay, and the value of x is given as 4 by 5. So we have to find whether, we have to verify whether this value of x is the zero of this polynomial. So wherever x is there you will put this and you will see whether you are getting the answer equal to 0. So P of 4 by 5 is equal to 5 into, in place of x, 4 by 5 minus pi. This pi can get, this 5 can get cancelled, so you will get 4 minus pi. So it is not equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 4 by 5 is not a zero of the given polynomial Px. Okay, so like that only we have to do. Suppose the third question is Px is equal to x square minus 1. This is the polynomial and the value of x is 1 and minus 1. There are two values of x given. So what you are going to do is you will substitute the value. First you will put x is equal to plus 1. So we will see what we are getting. So 1 square minus 1. 1 minus 1, 0. This is one answer we got. Now you will put, you got 0. That means x is equal to 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Now put x is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 square minus 1. Now what is minus 1 square? It will come as 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So both the cases we are getting the answer as 0. Therefore you can say that x is equal to 1 and minus 1 are the zeros of px, because in both the cases after substituting the value of x is equal to plus 1 and x is equal to minus 1, we are getting the final answer as 0. Okay, question number 3, fourth part. P of x is given as the polynomial is x plus 1 into x minus 2, and we have to find whether x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to plus 2 is the 0 of the given polynomial. So here also what we will do, first we will put x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to minus 1, and we will see what answer we are getting. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0, into minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. So 0 into minus 3 is 0 only. So that means x is equal to, therefore x is equal to minus 1 is the 0 of px. Px is the short form of this polynomial. Now we will check x is equal to plus 2. So what is the given polynomial? Px is equal to x plus 1 into x minus 2. Now what we will put in place of x? 2. So 2 plus 1 into 2 minus 2. Again 2 plus 1 3 and 2 minus 2 0. So again here also we are getting 0. So you can say that therefore x is equal to 2 is the 0 of px, because in both the cases by substituting the value we are getting the final answer as 0. Next, fifth part, px is equal to x square, and what you have to put, x is equal to 0. So very simple. So in place of 0, in place of x you will put 0. So 0 square is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 0 is the 0 of px. Okay, question number 3, sixth part. The polynomial is px is equal to lx plus m. So in place of x, what you will put? Minus m by l. So in place of x, you will put minus m by l. So l into minus m by l plus m. This gets cancelled. So minus m plus m is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus m by l is the 0 of the given polynomial px. Okay. Next, 7th, px is equal to 3x square minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3. So this also what we will put? 1 by 1. First we will put x is equal to minus 1 by root 3. So 3 into minus 1 by root 3 square minus 1. So 3 into, what is minus 1 whole square? Minus 1 whole square means minus 1 into minus 1, which is equal to plus 1. And what is root 3 whole square? See, root 3 whole square means root 3 into root 3, which is equal to single root and then 3 into 3. So 3 into 3 is 9, which is equal to root 9 is 3. So root 3 square is 3 minus 1. So what you get? This 3 can get cancelled, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. Now we'll check p of 2 by root 3. So 3 into, what is the polynomial? 3x square minus 1. So 3 into, in place of x, what will put? 2 by root 3 square minus 1. Now this implies that 3 into, what is 2 square? 4 by, what is root 3 square? Again 3 minus 1. So here this 3, numerator and denominator can get cancelled, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So here you can write that x is equal to 2 by root 3 is not a 0 of px. But here in this case you can say x is equal to minus 1 by root 3 is 0 of px, because here after substituting the value of x is equal to minus 1 by root 3, the answer is 0. But here after substituting the value of x is equal to 2 by root 3, the answer is not 0, the answer is 3. So this is not a 0. Okay, so 7th question done. Question number 4. Find the 0 of the polynomial in each of the following cases. See, previous question we had to verify whether the particular value of x was the 0 of the given polynomial. So there what we were doing, we were putting the value of x in the given polynomial, and we were checking that after substituting the value of x in the given polynomial, the answer is 0 or not. And here what we are going to, here we are finding the 0. So to find the 0 of the polynomial, the first step is equate the polynomial with 0. So first step is the polynomial should be equal to 0. Now what is px? X plus 5. So that should be equal to 0. So x should be equal to this plus 5. When it goes to other side, it becomes minus 5. So this is how we are finding the 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial means we are finding the value of the variable. Okay. Similarly, second one, p of x is x minus 5. So again, what is the first step? Px should be equal to 0. What is px? X minus 5. So that should be equal to 0. Now minus 5, when it goes to other side, it becomes plus 5. Third, px is given as 2x plus 5. So again, px should be equal to 0. Now what is px? 2x plus 5. So that should be equal to 0. So again, 2x should be equal to this plus 5. When it goes to other side, it becomes minus, and x will be equal to minus 5 by 2. This 2, it is multiplying, so when it goes to other side, it is divided. Okay. Now fourth one, px is 3x minus 2. So 3x minus 2. So again, px is 3x minus 2. So again, px should be equal to 0. So 3x minus 2 should be equal to 0. So again, we need to find the value of x in each case. So this minus 2 will go to other side. It will become plus 2. And therefore, x will be equal to 2 by 3. Fifth part, px is 3x. So again, px should be equal to 0. That means 3x should be equal to 0. So x should be equal to 0 by 3, which is equal to 0. Sixth, p of x is ax, okay, and a is not equal to 0. This is given condition, because when a is 0, then a into x, it will be 0 in the beginning only. That's why. So px is equal to ax, and we have to find the 0 of this polynomial. So what is the first step? Px should be equal to 0. What is px here? Ax is equal to 0. So x will be equal to obviously 0 by a equal to 0. Okay. And the last one is px is equal to cx plus d. So cx plus d. So again, px is equal to 0. So cx plus d is equal to 0. You need to find the value of x. So cx will be equal to plus d will go to other side. So it becomes minus d. And this implies that x will be equal to minus d by c. Okay. So when they are asking you to find the 0 of the polynomial, means they are asking you to find the value of x. Okay. So here also cx plus d is equal to 0. You have to find the value of x. So this plus d is constant term here. So it has to be shifted to other side. So cx is equal to minus d. Whenever you are changing the side of any term or constant, their sign also gets changed. So that's why plus d becomes minus d. So x will be equal to minus d by c. C is multiplying here. So when it goes to other side, it is divided. So this question number 4 is done. So this exercise is completed. So in my next video, I will be doing question number exercise 2.3 will start.